Hey guys, StarCraft here, and well, it's been a while since I've done one of the Indiegogo books and books, but today, as you probably saw from the thumbnail, I've got a new one from Tim Lim, the guy who gave us Trump Space Force, as well as and the guy who gave us My Hero Magademia Wall Bite, which I've reviewed both of those past ones already. We get Wall Might, first term part 2. Yep, the follow-up to My Hero Magademia. And, well, let's mince no words as we dive right ahead now. Keep in mind, those of you who haven't, and there's no digital version of this. And the last time I just did my old, but for this, I decided I'm gonna do what I did for the Jughead, the Hunger vs. Vampironica review, and instead do the take photos of the pages. So it's going to be not great quality, but it's a short story. So yeah. Now, those of you who remember the last one, both of those other stories, this is clearly political satire. All right, bit heavy-handed on it, but I've seen a lot worse. The Ocasio and the AOC comic. Sorry about the dogs. Anyway, yeah, the AOC comic, good lord, that's a cringe fest and nowhere near entertaining. Seriously, it's not. That's the case where you do it and you're not even trying to tell a good story. At least these still tell fun stories while at the same time still including the political jabs at the other side. And this is no different. Not only that though, this actually also takes jabs at other stuff in comics itself. So let's just dive right in, shall we? First of all, gotta give props. The cover here is an homage to Joe Mad's Ultimate 3 cover. Nice! Even says right in there, after Mad, or Joe Mad. But anyway, we open up with, at the beginning of America, where we see a jacked up George Washington, and they're just saying how it basically came with some of the greatest power. And basically, and also explaining how there was something that was even more powerful than the E pluribus unum power that gives Wall Might his strength, and that's the Infinity States. Obviously, a joke on Infinity Stones, and basically mention how all the different states are where people will be voted in on everything. And yeah, we basically but then eventually there's 6 of these, in this case, 6 of them are inevitably greater than the others. The one are basically the swing states: Wisconsin, Ohio, North Carolina, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Florida. And if anyone who has all 6 of those are basically guaranteed, playing up how, oh yeah, those are the ones that always seem to be the big swing states that will determine an election. And so all this, we're seeing different versions of other presidents, mostly Republicans, obviously. Subtle. As we open up with Wall Might in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, as he's dealing with and fighting off some people. Venezuela Gonzalez, Iron Shark, and Camel Khan. Oh Lord. But yeah, he's fighting them all, and basically, just starts talking, like, Wall Might, El Pendejo Diablo, I will kneel huete a muponcho terrifico. Is that supposed to be Spanish? Even on this side of the wall, we speak it better than you do. As they basically, they're fighting off, and then we're seeing to Brett Kavanaugh, in other words, as he's just sitting at the Liberty Bell, drinking a beer, and he's like, you need to tag me and me to tag in? No thanks, Brett. Let's see how Makakun is doing. Makakun in the first book is basically the equivalent of Mike Pence. But he's like a little kid who's being chased by Iron Shard, an Ironheart reference to Riri. And basically, he's told, you need confidence to activate the E pluribus unum. Don't be an beta male. And he's about ready to be attacked when all of a sudden, boom, he turns into Mike Pence and takes down Iron Shark, who is white in this version. Okay, there's one criticism I'll give is Why not go all the way and make it be more of a Riri ripoff? But apparently, though, his bunny, Bundo, who was there in the first one but didn't have much of a part, apparently he's being used to, well, zap them as he throws them at them, and they are about ready, they're taken out. Now, of course, they're all described as armored usurper, socialist sociopath, and peaceful religious assassin. And basically, he's like, you want to change the country, kid? Maybe you should try voting, but you'll have to get your citizenship first. As for letting you and your pals get your hands on the Winfinity states, he basically then uses the gauntlet, which he has 3 of the states. Looks like Michigan, South Carolina, and Ohio. Wait, did I get the right ones? No, North Carolina. Sorry. And Ohio. And yeah, basically, yeah. It was South Carolina and North Carolina. But he makes the mistake. We beat you in South Carolina, North Carolina, whatever. We beat you in Michigan and we beat you in Pennsylvania. As he's taking the other stone and putting it on, leading to next up to Florida. Woo, road trip. As he's heading down there to this shadow government secret headquarters, the Deep State, a triangular version of the Legion of Doom icon. As we're basically they're meeting up. Basically they're pointing out they don't trust who they're working with. They could control Hyrie, but this one, they ousted him during the meme wars. We'll get to that for a reason. But they have no alternative. With Metal Hyrie destroyed in the last issue, so he's the only one left. And it's Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders. So, and yeah, the communist commander. As the shadow government, the swamp, are basically telling him how the only thing equal so far has been the outcomes of your plans. Equal failures. This youth resistance you cooked up has been a persistent embarrassment. As he's basically saying how he's been working on something to take him down. The blue pill. The answer to the deplorable's red pill. And basically, if you look at it, it says Hollywood and CNN and the pink hats and rainbows and all of that stuff. They both put everything, put in their water, in their food, everything, no escape. But basically they're wondering, can they do it in time? And basically he's all saying, like, we've already blue pilled 3 of their greatest heroes, established heroes with legacy and influence. We'll get to that. And when they're in Florida and they arrive, all of a sudden they're being attacked by, oh boy, Ice Twink, Carl Manvers, and the Multiverse Mermot, as they're there to obviously takes on Iceman, Captain Marvel, and Squirrel Girl. As well, Ice Twink is flirting, and to the point where even Mika is like, I don't like this guy. And well, they go in for a fight, and they're going and. Well, as you expect, it's a bit of a curb stomp. Not much it seems to be going on until all of a sudden they get frozen and Ice Twink is taunting them a bit more when and ready to blue pill them. When Bundo comes in and zaps them. And well, Brett still hasn't come in yet. He will, don't worry. As Walmart uses the gauntlet to try and detox even the bluest of pills. Tries to use it on them, and they're trying to come fight it back, but it's not working, so Bundo and Mike both zap them, and they're restored to the more traditional version of the characters. The unconquerable Mermot Mated, the patriotic paladin Warhen, and the Sub-Zero subhuman Ice-Tosterin. And they took my mind. They turned me into a man. They made me suck it. That wasn't really you. Eventually turning them back. They have the last state, and then Burning Sanders shows up as it starts leading into, well, a fight. as they keep on spouting out rhetoric and everything. And then Brett comes up as he becomes Keg Stan, as he then starts just wailing into Sanders, pick up a hammer and swing it to a quarter jerd, as he's burning his down, and then his youth resistance shows up saying, together we'll stop him, and they start beating him up. And to the point where, of course, Walmart says, they always eat their own. And now that and then they try to finish him up with judicial, legislative, and executive, as they do Uncle Slam and send them flying into a jet which blows up. When they ask then, well, is it over? No, and who knows with them. Then they finally get the last stone and snaps his fingers, and we cut to all of the different people just quiet and crying. The weezest they have on their shirt. You have stuff like Star Cucks and all that. They're just crying and wailing. And I love how Flota, obviously the First Lady, you know, dear, you really didn't need the Winfinity stakes to do all that. You already do it every day. You're right, of course. But what can I say? I was thirsty as he had a cup of liberal tears. So, how did they taste? It's so good. And that ends our story. But not done yet. First, we get some little concept arts by Matthew Weldon from Punchline. Then we get into a guidance story as we get the origins, which basically was the meme war. As we see we see Hyrule back in her days, and we see before he became Walmart, he was Donaldus Magnus, as he represents all the subjugated and those labeled deplorables. Then it leads into a fight where they're fighting, and of course all the projections say, oh, she's guaranteed to win. And, well, it starts leading into them fighting it out. Just so like you be in jail. Nope, you're a pampered 1%er. And basically she's taunting him, beating him up, holding him. But then at the last second, yep, he wins. As all the abilities and power comes to him, the E pluribus unum, and he becomes Walmart as he decks her out with the shout of the silent majority, sending her flying. As he then sits down one like he needs a vice champion, which is when he first sees Maki-kun, who's just saying like, I guess I'd like to help make this country great again. Bingo! Then we just get a few more of those things, information, the Mermot Maiden and Warhen, some more a pinup and all that. And then we get an epilogue where we have Wanpool. I love his work. I will review those eventually. As he meets up with a girl who's, she's a natural redhead, only turns blonde when she transforms into Common America. Like Common Rider almost. And, well, it's just a nice little preview for something that's going to come next year. And, yeah, that's the end. I got a kick out of it. It's entertaining, it's fun, the artwork is really good, and it's a nice step up from My Hero Magademia, and I hope to see another one, but if not, nice little leaving off where it is now. So, yeah, that's all I've got to say about this. Tim, you did a great job, and everyone else involved as well. Nothing else much to say, but take care, guys.